Welcome, India winning eventually, pretty easy win in the end, despite the cluster of wickets. But the story will still be Rohit Sharma. Let me go to Vaibhav first, joining us from the VCA Stadium in Jamtha in Nagpur. Vaibhav, eventually it was quite an easy win. Excellent from Shubman Gill, excellent from Shreyas Iyer. Your first thoughts on the match before I go to my other guests, and the crowd seems to be completely, they were enjoying every run. Even the late wickets allowed the match to continue for a bit more, which they loved. Vaibhav.
Yeah, obviously it was a great game and one-sided win. Fans expected a nail biter, but again, you won't complain when India wins. So even if it's a one-sided win, the fans were not complaining. But like you said, Rohit Sharma getting out early once again was a bit disappointing for all the fans because there were so many fans wearing Rohit Sharma's jersey. So it was quite disappointing. Also, there were fans who were wearing Virat Kohli's jersey, and Virat Kohli didn't play. Virat Kohli didn't play today's game. So yeah, but apart from that, they enjoyed the batting of Shreyas Iyer and Shubman Gill, the partnership. I think that partnership only took us to the finishing line. Obviously, Akshar Patel played a brilliant role. He earned the batting promotion ahead of KL Rahul. He batted brilliantly. So yeah, it was a comprehensive win again, a thumping win, and again England showing that they are still sticking to that old method of sticking to their own process, not playing to the conditions and playing to the brand of cricket that they want.
One more follow up, Rohit Sharma. Clearly, I mean that is the story. A lot of Prashanjit Mitra already asking. Captain finds it hard to make a place in the starting 11. We'll come to Rohit Sharma, but before that, Vaibhav, I mean some positives. Let's talk about that first before I go to all our guests. Shreyas Iyer was fantastic. I mean, what an incredibly good innings from him. Shubman Gill, despite the cramps, was very impressive. Axar Patel, one of the better players of spin in the Indian lineup at the moment. Vaibhav. I think his internet is acting up because next to the stadium, however much you walk about a kilometer away or a couple of kilometers away, the jammer is still there. Gargi, I'll come to you on that. Shubman Gill, extremely impressive. Aksar Patel, very impressive. And of course, Shreyas Iyer was magical.
I mean, yes, we were debating yesterday in the show whether or not Shreyas Iyer, walks into the team, considering that you have a KL Rahul, you have a Shubman Gill, and you have a Yashasvi Jaiswal. So there is a bit of a Rishabh Pant when it comes to those three players who are kind of competing amongst themselves for a place in the team. I had said that the place. I thought that the management would go for Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul and not a Shreyas Iyer. But clearly, Shreyas Iyer is really impressive today. A great strike rate that he was batting at, and uh, at the end of the day, it's about who can give you that number four solidity. And Shreyas Iyer is one such batter that takes on a lot of responsibility as well, plays spin well most importantly. So that he can tackle those responsibilities at number four. So. It was surprising going into this match that Shubman Gill was at number three and Shreyas Iyer was at number four. But it looks like a good call. Of course, it's just the first ODI, but still, Shreyas Iyer, impressed, and I thought he batted really well today.
Vaibhav, you're back. Quick comment on Shreyas Iyer. Good to get you back. Gargi, can you make him full screen? Let's see the thing as well, please.
Yeah, Shreyas Iyer, the moment he walked out to bat, I remember one fan saying that ये शॉर्ट बॉल पे आउट हो जाएगा, इसके लिए शॉर्ट बॉल जोफ्रा आर्चर मारेगा और ये शॉर्ट बॉल पे आउट हो जाएगा. So that guy was screaming कि Iyer out हो जाएगा, Iyer out हो जाएगा. But the way Iyer batted against Jofra Archer, I think was the highlight of the game for me. The way he smashed the first six, and that set the tone. That set the tone for the rest of his innings. He
वो
looked
छक्का मारने के
comfortable.
बाद तुमने उसको क्या कहा, उस फैन को तुमने क्या कहा वो बताओ. अरे कुछ
उसको
तो
उसको
मसाला दो
उसको
हमें.
पूरा उसको पूरा क्राउड ही चिल्ला रहा था. उसको पूरा क्राउड ही चिल्ला रहा था कि अब बोलो. और जब एक छक्का मारने के बाद नहीं, जब छक्का मारा उसने, जब श्रेयस अय्यर ने दूसरा छक्का मारा थर्ड मैन के ऊपर, उसके बाद तो वो फैन कुछ बोला ही नहीं. उसके बाद वो चुपचाप ही बैठा रहा. उसके बाद वो जब तक अय्यर आउट नहीं हो कुछ नहीं बोला उसने. So I think it was more about him having some sort of dislikeness about Iyer, but the first six that Iyer hit of Archer was the highlight for me from the entire match, because we know Iyer struggles. Iyer has his shares of struggles against body line deliveries. And England came up with a plan, like Sanju Samson in the T20I series. They came up with a plan to tackle, to have a short leg, to have a fine leg against Shreyas Iyer, to employ the short ball ploy. But that didn't work, because Shreyas Iyer is coming off a great run with Mumbai. He scored runs in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He scored runs in Vijay Hazare Trophy. He scored 200s in Vijay Hazare Trophy. So obviously, when you have scored runs, that's where you have that confidence that you can score anywhere in any conditions. And that's why Rohit Sharma is not being able to score runs, because he lacked runs. He didn't score runs in Border Gavaskar Trophy. Neither he scored against J&K. That's why you see Rohit Sharma not getting the feel of that, the format which he loves, he enjoys the most. That the game is all about confidence, is what I believe. Shreyas Iyer having that confidence, that's why he could score runs today. Rohit Sharma didn't not having enough runs on his back. That's why he couldn't score today.
Have you come up to the top of the road from the stadium? Because clearly this is the top of the road. In front of the stadium, you wouldn't get internet, is it? So you had to walk right up to the top of the road next to that highway.
Yes, I had to walk like four kilometers just to attend the live, because there were jammers everywhere. And even now, I have like traveled quite a bit just to attend this live. I knew, because I am the man on the ground, so I had to be there, in the post-match live as well.
Like,
So
like,
yeah, at
like
the
I
end,
told you,
manage it all.
like I told you, you have earned your colors today. Devashish Sen is smiling because you have earned your colors. You have walked 4
Thanks a lot,
kilometers,
sir.
so you've
Thanks.
earned your
That's a big
colors.
compliment. That's a big
100% you've
compliment.
earned
Thank
your
you.
colors today because of that. So well done. But Bharat, he mentioned the two sixes. I'll come to the others also. But for me, the highlight was that reverse sweep of Adil Rashid. It was literally a shot of the day for me. Bharat Ramraj, that reverse sweep of Adil Rashid by Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah, I guess the thing with Shreyas Iyer has always been his self belief. He has unremitting self belief that one could notice even during his second Ranji Trophy game, I guess, when he played on a track where it was doing a bit and Mumbai were 5 or 6 down, and he just came out all guns blazing. So that is something that is always there with Shreyas Iyer. And we could notice even with the pull shot he played against someone like Archer. So one thing is definitely done with the short ball is no more staying leg side of the ball. This is something that was putting him in all kinds of trouble in the past. But since maybe Vikram Rathore took over as well, I think he has also helped him a couple of years ago. And Shreyas Iyer also has developed his game against the short ball. So it's no more staying leg side of the ball. So has more weapons against the short ball, and obviously against spinners is someone who has always been really good. So considering all that, I think his self belief just shown through today. That's all.
Shomik, before I go to Devashish Gargi and Naman as well, Shreyas Iyer was the man. If you remember the World Cup twin hundreds, his failure in the final allowed Australia to take control. People don't talk about him much. We blame Kohli and Rahul and all of that. That was the wicket that kind of allowed Australia, because both matches before that, Shreyas Iyer 100, and the way with which in which he bats, the strike rate at which he bats, allows India to kind of take control of the game. Very important man in that middle order, Shomik. Shreyas.
One of the most vital cogs in the Indian ODI team, Will. I mean, the misunderstood man in Indian cricket. His attitude was questioned. His central contract was denied for missing just one Ranji Trophy game. We see a lot of players who skips domestic cricket, but Shreyas Iyer, a victim of perception, and obviously, as you know, he had issues, some attitude issues with the erstwhile team management. So basically, with Ajit Agarkar also. So from he was not given a central contract. But the fact of the matter is that he is a very very confident guy, and the work he has put in. I have spoken to Abhishek Nair. Under Abhishek Nair, the work he has put in to get better against the short pitch deliveries at the KKR nets in Mumbai, at the KKR Academy nets in Mumbai, he has put in a lot of work. The innings he played today, I think this is his best. Even considering his 100 at the World Cup semi-final, what he did today was pure sublime. It was sublime. Coming to international cricket after a gap of 6 months and playing with such aplomb, it was excellent. England tried to target him with the short pitch delivery. They kept a forward short leg also, a leg gully also. But then again, the way he handled Jofra Archer and the other short pitch stuff, it was incredible. And time and again, we see the. I mean, it's a travesty. The time and again we question people like players like Shreyas Iyer, whether they should fit into the playing 11 stuff like that. Um, and also, mind, he is one of the better players in this Indian lineup against spin bowling along with Akshar Patel. So, what Shreyas Iyer brings to the table in white ball cricket, in 50 over cricket, it's the whole package, and he is a match winner in his own right in this format.
Vaibhav, one more for you before I go to the others. Shubman Gill, despite the cramps, looked excellent, isn't it? Vaibhav?
Sorry, couldn't hear you. What was the question?
Shubman Gill, despite the cramps, looked excellent.
See, before the start of the series, there was a lot of pressure on Shubman Gill as well. Like we were talking about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, them failing in BGT. It was the same for Shubman Gill as well. Shubman Gill failed miserably in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So there was pressure. Obviously, when Yashasvi Jaiswal scored runs and he made the one-day squad, he made into the one-day squad, there were obviously pressure. But also, when Shubman Gill was announced as the vice captain, it adds on to your responsibility. When you become a part of the leadership group, it adds on to your responsibility. So there was pressure on Gill as well. One day back when he attended the press conference, he said it's a responsibility that I would cherish. When he was asked about the vice captaincy role, so he said I will lead the way with the bat. I will perform with the bat, and I will show the way. That's what he did. He stood up by his words. So I think it was good for him, because when you play at number 3, you have to anchor the innings. Shreyas Iyer was going all guns blazing from one end. So it was important from Shubman Gill to, hold one end and anchor the innings right through to make sure that even if there are, wickets tumbling at the end, like we saw at the end, Adil Rashid took a couple of wickets. Still, because of Shubman Gill innings, his innings took us to the doorsteps of the victory. That's what Shubman Gill's role is in this team, that he has to play the sheet anchor role. Rohit Sharma will obviously not going to change his approach. Virat will bat in his own way. Shreyas Iyer will bat like he does. So it's more about Shubman Gill taking that onus, taking the responsibility of being the anchor in this team, and helping team setting up big totals and anchoring the run chases.
Devashish Sen, a word on Akshar Patel. Extremely impressive once again. Excellent against spin bowling. Devashish Sen.
Yeah, absolutely, and I would rate Akshar innings very highly today, given that he was promoted up the order ahead of Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, and he performed his duty role exceptionally well, and exact what he was sent for. And it happened in T20 World Cup final as well. Now he does it again. And so he is proving that he is a vital cog in this white ball format for India. So that is the reason Akshar Patel has been preferred over, say, Varun Chakraborty or Washington Sundar. And so, and once again, he displayed a great game sense. And he was willing to take on the attack against the England bowlers, and especially some of the shots he played were showed signs of confidence. So exactly the role Gautam Gambhir and the team management will be hoping from Shreyas Iyer and moving ahead, leading up to the Champions Trophy.
Naman, Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, after this match, enough reason to play both of them together. 3 wickets, runs, both of them combined, Jadeja's fielding, everything.
Yes, definitely. Akshay showed today why he is also, like Devashish sir put it forth, that he is a crucial member of this team, and Jadeja with the ball doing his bit, and then Akshay doing his bit with the bat. And I will applaud the confidence that the management has shown in Akshay by pushing him ahead of KL Rahul and others. Uh, Given that they wanted a left-right combination in the on the field, they didn't go for Jadeja. They asked Akshay to take it from there, and he showed why he has been in a good form. He showed in the middle how he has been playing, and he did his job completely nicely. Shuman anchoring the innings, showing the maturity that of a senior player that he should have been showing. And now, I mean, this sums up that both Jadeja and Aksar are very crucial for this team. And like Devashish said, that Varun Chakravarti can only come in now ahead of Washington Sundar, like that.
Bharat, lot of criticism of KL Rahul. Just one game. He came in with 25 runs left. No game. It's done. Finished. Plenty of criticism. If you look at the comment section, Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, Chokar, Bay, BC. Your thoughts, Bharat Ramraj?
Yeah, see, we Indians perhaps you want someone, you want to blame someone at some point. So that is why perhaps it happens like that, or maybe KL Rahul is little soft spoken as well. So that also could come into the equation. But in ODI cricket, he has been in really good form. Even if you go back in time, yes, I understand that people will always bring up the point about this knock in the 2023 World Cup final. When he played a kind of modest knock, I won't say it was a very bad knock, but it was a modest knock considering the conditions. Maybe people always will bring up that point. So as soon as KL Rahul fails in one or two games, and they will again start saying he's choking, or someone who is not pulling his weight or not scoring enough runs. But if you look at his ODI record, and if you look at his ODI performances over the last few years, he has been one of the cornerstones of India's lineup in the 50-over format. Something similar for Shubman Gill as well. Yes, we can talk about Jaiswal coming into the equation or consideration, but Shubman Gill averages almost 60 in the ODI format, and this format suits him the best because he can take his time and the ball isn't moving around a big time, or it is not moving zigzag. So these things, when you consider these things, it is also Shubman Gill's best format. So this to have the runs on the board over the last few years, and obviously they will continue to be in the side, I guess.
Now let's start. We've kind of analyzed everything. In our mid-inning show, we talked about Jadeja and Harshit Rana. We've now analyzed all the positives. Time to talk about the elephant in the room. I'll start with you, Gargi. What about Rohit Sharma? What does Rohit Sharma do? What does India do? Suppose there's one more failure, then what? Where are we headed with Rohit Sharma? Two more matches and then it's Champions Trophy, Gargi.
It's becoming really concerning at this point. I want to sort of say that this is the first match. It doesn't really matter much, but from the cricket that we've been seeing in the past couple of months, more than that, actually, having seen Rohit Sharma play, it's not looking good. It's almost like Rohit is carrying that bad form from red ball cricket into white ball cricket. Of course, again, this is just the first ODI match, but at the same time, he looks out of touch. That's the problem. He looks completely out of touch. He looks slow. His reflexes don't look as good as they did in the World Cup. So, when you think of all these things, it's really concerning. But at the same time, you have to also remember that this is the first ODI game. You never know when Rohit Sharma could come in and sort of change things around. But also, again, on the other hand, he looks out of touch. He really does, and it's concerning.
Vaibhav, give me a sense. What was the crowd reaction like when Rohit Sharma got out? Are fans kind of getting to the kind of to their wits end? They're losing hope, getting angry, frustrated. Still wants to give him a chance. What was it like around where you were sitting?
It was mixed emotions. I would say it was mixed emotions. Obviously, everyone was disappointed because they know how big a player Rohit Sharma is. Everybody knows how big a player Rohit Sharma is. And heading into the Champions Trophy, you need some runs from your senior players. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, these players should score. Because if you want to win Champions Trophy, obviously, they will have to play a big role with the bat. If Virat or Rohit won't score runs, then obviously it will hamper your chances of winning the trophy. That's it. So obviously fans were a bit disappointing, but at the end, like Gargi said, they were hopeful as well that Rohit, it's just a matter of one innings with Rohit, because Rohit is an experienced campaigner. So if Rohit gets one innings, he reaches the three-figure mark in one innings, that he will get into the zone. He will start scoring runs. So fans are hopeful as well. But again, it all comes down to the player, and it's becoming very frustrating from a viewer's point of view, because even if you look at the home test season, the last test season against Bangladesh, against New Zealand, everyone else was getting out to spinners, and Rohit Sharma was getting out to the new bowlers like Matt Henry, Nahid Rana, Hassan Mahmood. These bowlers were getting him out. So it was not spin; it was fast bowlers who were getting Rohit Sharma's wicket. And now also, and the manner in which he's getting out, he's getting early on the shot. Either he's getting too early on the shot, or he's getting too late on the shot. That's what he's not timing. I think when you are not scoring runs, you try too many things. Either you try too hard or try too early. That's what is happening with Rohit Sharma.
Just a point.
Yeah.
Possible, I've just a point on Gill, on Rohit Sharma, sorry. He talked about Rohit Sharma being too early on the ball or being too late on the ball. I guess it's also one more factor has to be considered. He's no more 25 or 26, so his body is slowing down, his reflexes are slowing down. So when you're not so confident about your reflexes, when you perhaps start to think that your body is not reacting the way it should to the signals that you get from the brain, then you perhaps premeditate quite a bit. I guess that is what Rohit Sharma is trying to do. And when you premeditate, it could also lead to wickets. So basically, I guess it's a little late on the ball these days. That is something has been the case for the last 5-6 months, and that is never a good sign for any batter.
Shonik, any hope left? Because, or is it just now going to go downhill and downhill? He's your captain, mind you. He's still your captain going into the Champions Trophy, and that's the real worry. 2 more games and then it's Champions Trophy. At this point in time, you can't drop him. And if you do, then what signal does it send out? Shomik Chakraborty, Rohit Sharma?
Gargi said he looks awfully out of touch. What kind of a statement is that, Gargi? I mean, it strikes a chord with that. After being bowled out for 46, 12 साल में तो एक बार चलता है. As long as you are in denial, it is very difficult for you to find a remedy and antidote. For Rohit Sharma, it's fast reaching to the point of no return. I mean, Test cricket he is done. It would be a miracle if he comes back and plays another Test. I mean, that would be sort of unthinkable at the moment. ODI cricket was 50 over cricket is sporting. But once again, as I have been writing over the last 6 months since the New Zealand series, it's about a case of slowing reflexes. I mean, he is reacting late. It is a case of slowing reflexes. So it is difficult. If he can still turn things around, that would be excellent, given that he has been a fantastic servant of Indian cricket. But maybe his race is run.
Devashish Sen, he looked scared also. I mean, the fear of failure, you see him, there was no intent like it was during the World Cup where he was coming to, taking the attack and trying to be aggressive. Today, it seemed like he did not want to get out. The desperation to not get out. The subconscious mind was saying something, muscle memory was saying something. Again, he went into that shot. It was a nothing shot. It was as if he would have gone full-fledged, he could have gone over mid-wicket. I mean, he could have just gone ahead with the ball. It was a rank bad ball on leg stump, on his feet. He could have hit it anywhere. But because at one level he wanted to check the shot and just maybe sort of, get a couple of runs. At another level, his muscle memory was saying, go for it. Clearly, it's a cluttered mind, Rohit Sharma, and seemed very painful. For me, it was very painful to watch, Devashish said.
That is what I tweeted as well, Buriada. Means obviously he was caught in 2 minds, whether to go out for on an attack, aggressive mode right from the word go, or to defend. Means he was clearly conscious about not getting out early. Means defending balls, means playing the over of Jofra Archer. And when Shakib Mahmood came, particular that ball, when the ball was on his legs, he tried to flick over the mid wicket and he failed. And that is where Somik Das rightly said, means obviously he's not getting that hand-eye coordination, the timing rightly. Means Rohit Sharma in his own form, that would have been a boundary 9 times out of 10. But now that he is struggling and obviously he is in two minds, the best remedy will be to play his own self. Means obviously, see, it's no harm getting out by playing an aggressive shot. But what kind of a shot was that? Means neither did he go for an all-out attack or neither he was defending. He was just half-hearted shot and he was caught. So I think it was definitely playing on his mind not to throw his wicket, because since he is the captain, he is the one who should take the honors, and he has set the template, Buryada, in 50 overs format, given the aggressive approach he has taken. That World Cup is a perfect example, the T20 World Cup also. But suddenly, all of a sudden, after that failure in the Australia series, with all this talk about, means when are you going to decide on, means about his retirement from one particular format? He has already retired from one. So he looks to be in a clustered mind. So that might be walking in against him. So the best remedy for me, if you ask me, I would say I would rather love to see Rohit Sharma playing aggressive cricket, the brand which has gotten so much success, particularly in white ball format. Just go out there and express yourself and play freely.
Okay, last few minutes on the show. Vaibhav, I'll give everybody a question. But I'll start with you. I mean, when you think of Rohit, and you see the way he's getting out time and again, pressure is mounting. What does he do? I mean, does he? Devanshu says he should go out there and just start hitting the ball. Is that a way to kind of solve it? Does he consult a mental conditioning person? Does he consult somebody like a Paddy Upton kind of person? Is there any way of seeing Rohit back? Vaibhav, as a fan, as a journalist, your thoughts?
See, it all comes down to the person itself. I think it's all about Rohit Sharma figuring it out how he should. I think now, although he has set his template that we are going to play this brand of cricket, we are going to play at this tempo, at this rate, that all is fine. When you are not scoring runs, when you are not, you are not even surviving the first 10 overs, how can you lead the way? So it's all about Rohit Sharma taking his time. That's the same thing that didn't happen in the Test series as well. He was getting out because he was trying too many things at the start of his innings. That's something that he should avoid. If Rohit Sharma can play 10-15 overs, then I think you will get the better version of Rohit Sharma. If he plays out 20, 25, 30 balls, then he will, get going. I don't see Rohit Sharma having so many trouble against during the middle overs against spinners. So it's all about Rohit Sharma giving himself time, a bit of time. Not obviously, if there is loose ball, you have to punish it. If it's a full toss, you have to throw it out of the stadium. But when the bowler is bowling well, like Archer was bowling and Shakib Mahmood was bowling well today, they both were bowling well. So you have to give yourself a bit of time. That's where I say that you have to be, adapt to the conditions, see what the conditions are, how challenging the bowlers are, and then change your game plan. It's all about having the game plan. If you stick to one game plan, or not always you are going to get the desired result.
There's a lot of stinging criticism here, Gargi, very understandably from fans watching, whether it's sports fan, whether it's Rupa, and whether it's many people. I mean, almost everybody is saying it's the last of Rohit, it's the last of Rohit, it's the last of Rohit. At this point in time, 2 more games and it's Champions Trophy. What does the Indian management do? He's the captain. Should they talk to him? Is it too early? Will this lead to a dressing room issue again? Clearly, the management versus the captain, an underperforming captain. Does this kind of make the dressing room an unhappy place again? Jaiswal sitting out, Gargi out, pretty complex situation.
Incredibly complex. And what I'm afraid of is BGT 5th Test match repeating again. And that's the last thing you want to see happen to an Indian dressing room once again, because that caused a lot of controversy. Yes, the Indian management, or let's say Gautam Gambhir, came out in that press conference and tried to hide, or let's say tried to make us believe or put up a facade that There was nothing going on in the dressing room. There are no internal rifts. Whatever was leaked was, fake news or reports or whatever. But we all know deep inside that there were rifts, that the situation wasn't handled well. But going forward into the Champions Trophy, into white ball cricket now, I'm afraid that it's going to be a repeat of what happened in Australia, and that is the last thing that I want to see happen. But it's so difficult to, at this point, think what happens if Rohit Sharma doesn't perform in this in this ODI series. What do you do? He's your captain. And even if he doesn't perform, let's say you drop a Rohit Sharma, who do you make the captain? Is Shubman Gill experienced enough to lead India into a Champions Trophy? There are so many questions to ask.
Bharat Ramraj, take it. What do you do? Two more failures.
Sorry, can you come again?
As she said, if there are two more failures, what do you do?
Yeah, I guess, but I guess India have to continue with Rohit Sharma right until the end of the Champions Trophy. So, because he has been he's been named as a designated captain. So, if India drop him or something on those lines after two failures, then it doesn't make sense. If that was the case, then Rohit Sharma, I guess, should have been dropped from all formats after the Test series against Australia itself. I'll just should have told him, yeah, this is it. Just like some of the Australian selectors from the past used to say, for even the big boys like Steve or Markwa, that this is it for you. Your career is over. So that should have been the case after the Test series against Australia, I guess. But they have named him as the captain. So until the end of the Champions Trophy, just keep quiet, at least for the sake of team atmosphere, and hope that Rohit Sharma will recover or find some kind of form. Though I feel, in my humble opinion, I think it's a little late on the ball. So, in my humble opinion, I guess he's coming to the fag end of his career.
Right? Everybody is kind of hesitating to say who bells the cat. What happens? Does Rohit, because couple more failures, Rohit goes into the Champions Trophy without any runs under his belt, and you're playing Pakistan within what, 3 days after the first game? One of the most high pressure matches. Shomik Chakraborty, what happens?
See, and it's completely up to Rohit Sharma in the sense whether he wants to hang up his boots or not. It is up to him. Sometimes it is he is the best judge. It took one drop catch for Adam Gilchrist to decide it is done for him. So Rohit Sharma, he should decide whether he will continue or not. As far as playing him, I think Indian team um reluctantly will have to carry him to until the end of the Champions Trophy, because the fact of the matter is that if he fails in the next two matches, if he score runs, if he can pull things back, that would be excellent. But it is very unlikely he would be able to do that. And Katak offers a good chance because traditionally Baramati is a good batting pitch. Like today's pitch was a bit too paced one. Baramati is traditionally is a batting pitch. So he can turn things around in Baramati, okay. Otherwise, unfortunately, India might have to carry a passenger to the Champions Trophy.
Naman Suri, very difficult words, very tough words to hear also as an analyst, that you're carrying your captain as a passenger. I mean, what does that do to the dressing room? When you know that there's an underperforming asset in the team, but you got to play him. There's a Jaiswal sitting out, there are people sitting out, and Rohit Sharma, because of the captain, this thing, he has to be played. Naman Suri, what does that do to your dressing room?
It obviously puts a lot of questions on the management that whether they want to carry him forward or not. I mean, with the tournament so near, how do you drop your captain at this point? So, and given that his age is not justifying his position in the team, and how much does he want after this to improve? What is we need to understand here what the mindset of the captain here is. Is he wanting to improve at this point of his career, or has he given up on the game? Because the way he has been batting, there has been a pattern of him getting out, standing the ball up in the air, and premeditating the shot. This has been, and it's ironical that he snapped in the press conference regarding questions about his form, his the concerns that the journalist had raised, and so it's very concerning. And when I saw him play at the BKC, if you're not able to play the way you want at your own home ground, how are you going to perform at any other place? This is a concern for the management. This is going to put a lot of questions and a lot of complex questions in the dressing room, whether how do they proceed further. If Rohit is not performing, what is the other option? Should we let it transition to Jaiswal immediately, or and let someone like Shuman Gill lead the team? Or is there a way, I mean, that the management is thinking like, okay, Rohit is not doing his job well, let him play how he wants to play, let we'll manage the other players, we'll see how they can perform and cover Rohit's mistakes.
How is that even possible, Devashish? He's saying cover. I mean, you're talking about your captain. How do you cover your captain? I mean, he's your captain. He is a key cog. He's an opener. I mean, the whole world will start to target him. How do you do that? Devashish, then I'll close with Gargi and Vaibhav.
Yeah, on a funny note, I would just request Somigda to go to Jagannath Mandir and maybe Rohit Sharma needs some divine blessings.
Hey, Devashish, your audio is muffled. Yeah.
Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Am I audible? Obviously, I would request Somigda. I would request Somigda to go to Jagannath Mandir and perhaps offer some prayers for Rohit Sharma, because only thing that can help him is to get some divine blessing. Means else we see nowhere. And I just like to differ from what Vaibhav said. Means no point. He is not going to get anywhere. Means if he plays 30 balls and score 10 runs and then gets himself out, it's not going to help the team. Team's cause. So only approach that he has set for him when it comes to 50 over format is to go out, utilize the power play and go after the attack. Means if he fails, if he scores 20 and fails, no point. At least you are trying to be positive. But because this management has set the template how to approach the white ball format, and if your captain fails to deliver time and again, and if he wastes balls at 30 balls, 10 runs, that won't do justice for himself, neither for the team. So only thing is for him is to way out is to go out there and take the attacking approach.
Gargi, I'll give Vaibhav the last words. If you were part of the management, two more games done, no runs, what do you do? I mean, the onus is also on you. It's not about one individual. How do you justify? How do you justify Rohit's position? I mean, yes, he's the captain, but if you have to win a tournament, you're going into the world's second most important tournament after a World Cup in the 50 over format. You're playing, for God's sake, you're playing Pakistan on the 23rd. You know, it's not some other random team. It's not Zimbabwe or anybody that India will say, "Acha, chalo, theek hai." One match. It's Pakistan. After all the political baggage of not traveling, this, that, whatnot, India versus Pakistan, half an hour, all tickets sold out. So you understand the intensity of that game. And there you put in a Rohit Sharma who's completely out of form. What do you do? What does the management do, Gargi? Now, if you were part of the management, what do you do in two games?
It's not even about that one game. It's about the entire tournament. Are you, like Shomik said, are you carrying Rohit Sharma as a passenger? Is he adding value to your team apart from, his leadership skills? With the bat, it's very important for Rohit Sharma to contribute, but that's not happening. And this is, if Rohit Sharma fails to perform, this would be the third series back-to-back consecutive where we're asking the same question of, does Rohit Sharma deserve a place in the team? What if he was not the captain, would he have walked into the team? 3 consecutive series where we're asking that question. And that's a very difficult, I mean, when you think about it, to ask that question is very, I think it's disrespectful to the team as well. So when you think about these things, there are incredibly talented people sitting out. There is a Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting out. The problem here is who leads the team. But at the same time, you can't keep making the excuse that if Rohit Sharma walks into the team because he's the captain, you can have a young captain, you can have a Shubman Gill, you have a Hardik Pandya in the team as well. So you have options. But are you brave enough to say, if he doesn't perform in the next 2 games, that Rohit, this is not working out? Will the Indian management do that?
Vaibhav Tripathi, somebody says, Alvin Charles, how can you guys be serious? It's just one game. He's failed in one game. Clearly, he's talking about the format. But how do you kind of forget that it's continuing for a pretty long time in red ball cricket, in other formats as well, and now Ranji Trophy and now white ball. It's as a batter, unfortunately, he's not looking the part, and that is a fact. Whether it's red ball, whether it's today, whether it's been the last 3 months, all of us here want Rohit Sharma to do well. Make no mistake, all of us here want Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain, to lead by example like he has in the 2023 and 2024 World Cups. Make no mistake, we want that to happen, but all of us are concerned. So there is no, this is not a troll thing happening here. This is a genuine question we are asking. Vaibhav Tripathi, can you actually say it's one game? Because it's been quite a while now, Vaibhav.
It's not been one game. I think it's been last 3 months. If you look at how Rohit Sharma has been batting in the last 3 months, it's tough going. It's very painful to watch as a fan, as a spectator, and as a well-wisher of the Indian cricket. To see your captain, to see your main batter, the experienced campaigner, to struggle this. And like everyone pointed out, there's a pattern in which Rohit Sharma is getting out. Obviously, with age, reflexes slow down, but then there is a pattern that you are ballooning a ball every time the ball is pitched in the middle, in the stumps. So you are actually trying to be proactive. There is nothing wrong in being proactive. There is nothing wrong in being aggressive. But then there is a thin line between aggressive and being over aggressive. And when Rohit Sharma is being over aggressive, that's when he's losing his timing. Rohit Sharma was in 2021, 2022 was all about his timing. Even 2023, he was scoring runs at a great strike rate because he was timing the ball well. That's why I'm saying that if Rohit Sharma manages to play 30 balls, not like, see, Rohit Sharma, like I just contrary to what Mama said, that if Rohit Sharma plays 30 balls, he's not a player who will score 10 runs. That this is the fact that Rohit Sharma, if he plays 30 balls, he's not the player who will score 10 runs. Obviously, he will score more. If not 20, if not 30 out of 30, 30 of 30, he will score at least 21, 25. But so that's why you have to give yourself time as a batter. Rohit must understand that he hasn't scored runs. Now it's all about giving. The more time you spend, this is the old saying that more time you spend as a batter, the easier it gets for you. And one day cricket is his best format. Even now, even today's track was a flat one. Today's track was a flat one. So if he could have given himself a bit of time, he could have played an innings that a Shreyas Iyer or a Shubman Gill played.
Devashish, I'll give you the last word. 6 months back, he played that incredible 40 ball 90 against Mitchell Stark. 6 months. What happened? It's not as if, he did not play well in 24. He played June of 24. He played two of the most incredible T20 innings. One of Mitchell's, their Australian attack, 90, and then the semi-final against England, another half century. 6 months down the line, what happened? How is everything gone away from Rohit Sharma? Devashish Sen, last words.
Yeah, it baffles me that why does he not approach someone like a Sunil Gavaskar when he has some issues? Means it's always helpful to go out there, and there are so many of them in Mumbai. Means it's about just going, means it, and there is no there cannot be any ego problem between Rohit Sharma and Sunil Gavaskar. Means he's the ideal man. He is there commentating. There's a Ravi Shastri as well. So why isn't he going there and having a word? I'm sure he should. Clearly, it is all mental. It is all mental. Means obviously, yes, I totally agree with all my panelists. Yes, he is aging, and due to which he is losing the reflex. But at the same time, there has to be some sort of effort from him, and one of that would be to go out there and having a discussion, having a small chat in the breakfast table, and find out ways to come out of it, because it is not only putting himself under immense pressure but also letting the country down, because you are the captain. You should lead from the front as the captain, and obviously time is running out. We know in a couple of matches, and we play the Champions Trophy match against Bangladesh on March 28th. So Clearly, I think the sooner the later he realized, or perhaps even Gautam Gambhir, he should, both needs to sit down together and think about, means if it be him coming down the order, because clearly you cannot leave aside Rohit Sharma and play the Champions Trophy. He's your captain. He's your designated captain. So, what's the best possible option for the team? That the captain and the coach needs to sit down, perhaps even a couple of senior cricketers, and needs to think about what is the best way out from here. Because you cannot let this happen for long. Clearly, because the Champions Trophy is round the corner.
Kishore Mishra, pathetic logic, Boria. 40 runs don't win you ODI matches. They are good for T20. Hello. With due respect to you, you don't understand cricket, sea of cricket. In 2023, in that World Cup, Rohit Sharma was the most impactful player who sort of gave India the most brilliant of starts, way better than anybody else batted in that competition. That's because the way he batted, everybody else got that cushion. So clearly, those 40s that you're talking about made India what it was, 10 wins on the trot. So understand your cricket before you come and give us some gyan on this. So we do understand our cricket. 30 years of watching cricket and writing on cricket gives us this little bit of knowledge. Shomik, I'll close with you. Final 30 seconds.
See, this Rohit Sharma's sudden slide is sort of inexplicable, in the sense, even the last ODI series that India played in Sri Lanka 6 months back, he was, unarguably India's best batsman. He scored 157 runs in 3 innings at a strike rate of 144 on a treacherous Premadasa pitch. He stood amid greens. He played a lone ranger, and when he batted, it felt like he was batting on a different surface. And this sudden fall reminds me of Mahinda Ramannath. Mahinda Ramannath went in 1983. Before 1983, he had that series in Pakistan, followed by West Indies, and then he was the man of the series at the 1983 World Cup. And when after that West Indies came to India, he scored just 1 run in 6 Test innings, and he was dropped. Just 1 run, 6 Test innings, and he was dropped. That day, during that era, the advantage was series cricket assignments were few and far between. So players used to get time to reflect on their game. I mean, to think about their game. Now, there is a proliferation of matches, tours, everything. So they don't get that required time. So Mahendra Ramannath could come out of the rut and still played for another 3-4 years. It is difficult for Rohit, and also during that phase, Mahinda Ramannath was younger. He was around 32, 33. Rohit is nearing 38.
Let's close the show on this note. India has won, and won with reasonable amount of fuel left in the tank. Yes, the last few wickets, but they didn't matter. They didn't matter because India had closed the game. Brilliant from Shubman Gill, brilliant from Akshar Patel, of course, fantastic from Shreyas Iyer. Excellent bowling effort from Jadeja, from Harshit Rana. But the entire talk right on this show as well is about Rohit Sharma. Because this tour is not an end in itself. This 3-match series is not an end in itself. It's about the Champions Trophy. It's about preparation. And India's captain is not looking the part. Are we worried? Yes, there is every reason to be worried. We cannot be rabbits here, close our eyes and say, oh, you know what? All is well, like Amir Khan in Three Idiots. This is not the story. The story is the captain. Can he get it back? Can he get his mojo back? Because if he doesn't, India goes into the Champions Trophy not as the favorites, but as a divided unit, because the dressing room cannot be happy with an underperforming captain. All eyes will be on Rohit in Cuttack. Shomik will be there. He's traveling tomorrow. We will all have our eyes on Cuttack, and all of us will pray. Like Devashish said, maybe Shomik will actually go to Puri from Cuttack and pray for Rohit Sharma. All of India will. But can he get it back? Can he get it back? Because that will decide, may well decide, India's progress in the Champions Trophy. Shomik Chakraborty, Bharat Ramraj, Gargi Raut, Naman Suri, Devashish Sen, and of course Vaibhav Tripathi, who earned his colors. 8 kilometers of walk today in Nagpur. He deserves a good meal. On that note, to everyone watching, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. To Rohit, maybe 2 more games. Then let's not give up. In sport, it's never say never. Time is running out, but who knows? One last hurrah, one last push, one last home stretch. At least hope optimism, belief, courage, determination, passion, whatever you want to call it. Rohit has to have that. Mentally, he needs to believe he can still do it for India. Thanks for watching.